Hello from the Green Screen Producer channel, and this is an unboxing and first impressions video of the Feiyu FY-G3 Gimbal, which is for a DJI Phantom 2 quadcopter. A little bit different from the usual unboxings and first impressions, because I'm going to actually talk about trying to modify this for a camera which isn't the one that they actually have designed it for. So let's have a little look and get it unboxed. First of all, I'd like to say very much a big thank you to Feiyutech for sending this over so quickly. It actually arrived to us within about 6 days from me talking to them about this. So it's very impressive. There's a lot of interest at the moment with these quadcopters and aerial filming. But nobody seems to make a gimbal assembly for anything other than a GoPro camera, which is very frustrating. So here at last, I've found somebody that actually produces a gimbal assembly where the circuitry is actually internal to the actual motor assembly, and the whole thing is nice and self-contained. So I was rather impressed with this. I did see a video on YouTube where I think the manufacturers had stuck on the side of the camera a big lump of plasticine or something to weigh it rather dramatically to one side, and it still maintained the weight and correct positioning. Now here's the famous little tin that comes it comes in. I love the fact it's in a little tin, and let's see if there's anything paper-wise. I think there's just a little packing slip here which really just says that that's it. Yeah, gimbal for the Phantom. So what have we got in the box? Let's have a look. And what I'm actually going to do is attempt to modify it for a camera made by a company called I-Saw, and it's this camera here. It's the A3 Extreme, if I can just focus up the camera there. The only difference really with this over the GoPro series is, well, there's several differences which do make it rather more complicated. One is the fact it is very slightly larger than a Hero 3 Black. You'll notice, by the way, there's an LCD colour screen on the back of this as standard. It's not an optional extra, it comes as part of the camera already there. The only thing is it does only have HDMI and mini USB out. There's no composite out on this at the moment, so I'm going to have to look into putting another converter block on to get composite out of this to actually feed a transmitter for my first person view. Also, the lenses are slightly in a different position from the Hero 3. It's slightly heavier by about 10 grams. So I'm hoping that's not going to make a huge difference, but we shall see. I have been getting all the information from Feiyutech on all the specifications. Sorry about this, the camera's hunting there for focus. I think we'll take that out of automatic, go back to manual. Number of sheets here to give me some information on the various specifications for it. There's no apparent setups for this gimbal assembly in software. This is what they're telling me, although they do have software downloads and firmware updates for the system. So there's some information from them. That's the camera. Let's have a look what's in the box. Okay, so we've got quite a good bit of information. We'll look at a warranty card, which they will obviously honour. That's there. It looks like there's some paperwork here on how to put it together, or is this the same as what I've already downloaded? No, this is actually the same as what I've actually already downloaded from their website, and you'll be able to go to their website by looking at the link that's showing on the screen at the moment for them, Feiyutech.com. In here there's two little cardboard boxes. One I think's got the main attraction, as it were, the gimbal, and the other's got some other bits and pieces. Let's see. I've seen other people struggling to get these out of these little cases, so I thought I might have been able to have done a bit of a better job of getting it out of that, but not to worry. Let's see if we can prise it out. Come on, you will come out. All right, well, let's see. They're in a bit tight, actually. It's a very, very well-fitting box. Here we go. We've got it now. Yeah. So it's very small and lightweight. Comes unassembled, so you do have to assemble this yourself. I'm going to be very careful with this because there's two sets of boards with this. You'll notice also that there's a couple of buttons. Let me again try and focus up this camera. There we go. There's a couple of buttons here for you to tilt the camera, tilt the gimbal before you fly it manually. Now this is a nice touch because from what I can gather, this is about the only design around that allows you to do that. Everybody else's is done with a joystick on a radio control transmitter. You do have that option, and that's wireable in as well, so you've got the best of both worlds with that. So there's the two assemblies, and if I put those down out the way, we'll go into the next part. A little double layered box here. Let's see what's underneath here. Looks like I've got to peel it away. Okay. Lots of little rubber shock absorber mounts. Different shock absorbers there. Put those down, and that looks like the main motor assembly, and where the camera will actually primarily sit. So, and there's a device on the back here which is I think to do with helping where it knows which way up it is, etc. As I say, we're going to have to work a way out of getting this to actually fit into here, but I'm sure that we can probably, yeah, you see there's 4 little screws here that put this assembly on. I'm sure we can redesign a new one. Absolutely positive. I mean, that's got to be so easy, and I'll just get a 3D printer to print that up. The one thing though that the GoPro has that the A3 doesn't is that the outputs are on the opposite side, so I'm going to have to hang this camera upside down in a cradle to get it to fit. There's some more bits and pieces that we need. Lots of little screws, which I better be very careful over not losing. Don't want to have any problems there. That would be terrible, terrible. And there's a couple of small cables in there as well. I don't know why this thing keeps trying to manually focus when it's in, automatically focus when it's in manual. Anyway, there's a whole load of little bits and pieces there. And then finally, in the other box, as we just have a look, there's some items here. 3 more items, right, obvious. Here is the little ring that goes over the front of the GoPro lens to hold it on. Really struggling here, so sorry about the focus problems. There we go. That holds the front of the GoPro camera on, but obviously we'll be doing something different. These are for attaching the gimbal assembly to the Phantom. Can't quite see what's in this little bit, and I'm not going to open it because it's in an anti-static bag, and I just don't want to, if it's electronic, I don't want to upset it. And there's some more cables. So, as I say, this is going to be a very interesting little experiment for getting the I-Saw A3 working with this Feiyutech F3, it's actually G3, sorry, Feiyutech G3 gimbal assembly for the DJI Phantom. It's going to take a while, so stick around, we'll give you a bit of notice when the video is going up, and hopefully you'll be able to see how this works on a DJI. Haven't got the quadcopter yet, got to get it, but wanted to get this bit sorted first of all, so I'm very pleased that this has come, and it really does feel quite nice and well made as well, which is nice to see from China. So for now, thanks for watching, please subscribe to us, and come back when we've actually got the gimbal fitted with this camera. But for now, bye for now.